This Friday on You Plug.
Let's stop it.
Yeah.
Let's not waste each other's time as adults. We need to.
Like, do you have to be like all the way honest? Like,
She wasn't feeling this thing, but she didn't want to break his heart.
one time you're feeling this person, the next you're not. What do you really base it on?
I don't want to marry you. I don't want to be in a. I'm in this relationship to chow. Obviously, when you are not chowing,
The same thing that got you into this relationship is what you're hoping that you will get in the long run. So you can save money.
yes, you save money, you save time, you save yourself from headache and heartache and all of those things because.
Yeah, but like, ooh.
Maybe I care about you a lot.
Yeah, sure. But thank you for joining us. In case you're here for the first time, please do hit that subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications. Oh, I don't have my glasses. Oh, yeah, so. Hi, friends and family. Welcome to You Plug. Welcome to the plug that keeps you plugged in. It may not look like it, but guess what? We have a live audience today. Give it up for them.
There you go.
Thank you.
And it's not edited.
No, not at all. If you want to be a part of it, please hit us up in the DMs and
Yeah, we'll
come
feature you. We'll have you in here.
But thank you for joining us. It's a Friday night, 7 p.m. only on the You Plug space.
Yes.
And I am Mac. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. I'm the child of the Most High God. Blessed and highly favored. A chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a nation belonging to God. To declare the praises of Him who has called me out of
Singleness,
into...
wonderful light of relationships.
Oh yes. And I am not alone.
Yes, thank you, friends and family. Welcome to You Plug.
Yeah.
Thank you for choosing You Plug as your channel of choice. And if you happen to be here for the first time, I'm nervous because we have audience. Okay. If you happen to be here for the first time and you do not know who this guy is, yes, and I am. Yeah, now you heard that. Now it's going.
We need this every
Yeah,
time.
no. This vibe is going. This vibe is going. And we will not show you guys on camera. But if you think you have a point to raise as we are talking here,
Yes, Tepi has a point.
yeah, no, Tepi decided to wake up now. Yeah, so if you guys have a point, please feel free to go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah.
So I want to introduce this topic quickly and get Tsepinemek.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
because it's this real life inconveniences happens and we have to continue to do what we need to be.
I think Tepi is missing the space. She can feel that.
Oh yeah,
we have
because she was
started
here last week. Yeah?
without her, and
Yeah.
she's like, no, this is not how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, sure. Guys, let me get safe. Thank you guys for your patience. As you can see, we are recording at our home here and things like this are expected to happen. So, I want us to speak today. We want to speak about dishonesty. It's a very anal subject, and it's also because, one thing about me, if there's anything about relationship, be it it's a TV program or anything, I sit and watch because I like relationship dynamics and how people express themselves in relationship. So Meg and I were watching this particular thing. I can't remember even what that was. And Sankatel, yes, man. We were watching Sankatel, and there's this particular episode, and this guy is so in love with this lady, and he loves her. He go all out, but in the beginning things were okay, but she then started not to show up, and then she said, I was busy, I'm always busy, I'm hustling, I'm doing this, I am doing that. But the time for confrontation came, and in their confrontation she kind of hinted that she wasn't feeling this thing, but she didn't want to break his heart.
Sure, yeah.
So I want to speak about dishonesty within that context, because most of the times when you speak about dishonesty, it's when one cheats to the other.
Okay.
But in this context, it's even cheating to yourself. And staying long in a relationship, and you figure out that, I like this person, maybe as a friend, but not as one person that I want to be in a relationship with, and we prolong those kind of things, and we begin not to show up into a relationship setup because we are not feeling this thing. It started okay, but somewhere halfway we realize that no, Bazalwane, Christians will say I love you as a brother or as a sister. You are not feeling this beyond that space. Sure. I don't know, Meg, what's your view on that?
It's for me, it's not necessarily in the way that I view it now. It's not necessarily a black or white. It's quite a gray area in the case where you're in this relationship, you're not feeling it. But I cannot help but think that the same thing that got you into this relationship is what you're hoping that you will get in the long run, that it's just a phase.
Yeah, sure.
So confronting the situation and saying I'm leaving may be like a betrayal to self and even to the person, in that you do not have hope. So
yeah, sure.
My question really is, how do you navigate that space where you are not feeling? Because in our approach today, we're saying that the dishonesty to self. I think we're complex
and
beings.
And it can really be both even.
We are complex beings. We're complicated. Our feelings. One time you're feeling this person, the next you're not. What do you really base it on?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe before I even respond, I don't know if the fellow you pluggers, they have some opinion to throw in as we discuss this. Maybe while you guys are still thinking about that, let me think out.
Sure.
As you have said, Meg, there is no black and white on this thing. I think for me it comes back to honesty.
Sure.
If we come into this and we kind of discuss expectations, and somewhere halfway I feel like those expectations are not being met, I think it's only fair to say, you know what, I genuinely like you as a person, or maybe even love you as a person, but on a different capacity, because I am not getting what I am expecting from this, and I'm not able to receive love or give love the way I was hoping I will when I enter into this relationship. Obviously, we always advocate for godly and civil relationships, where hearts must first be broken. Sure. And you decide, because you are no longer feeling fit into this space, you go and find someone, and, and now you begin not to show up, you waste someone else's time. For me, I think we need to be adults about this thing. And also for me, I think cheating is very immature. It's very immature. If a person goes into cheating, and that's just me, I don't take a person who cheats seriously. Because I think we need to be mature about this thing. If you feel like we are not going anywhere about this thing, let's stop it. Let's not waste each other's time as adults. We need to.
It does not work, leave.
Oh yes, that's coming through. Yeah. So I don't know what do you think, Mike, on that?
Yeah, it should, for me it still boils down to the hard work and the building up before the relationship even takes place. And that build up is working on self in the sense of knowing what you want, knowing where you're headed to.
Yeah, sure.
Because it won't be necessarily what you call this. It won't necessarily be tangible, if I may put it that way. If you're just going to make a decision based on feelings, because the one moment you're feeling like this, and then the next you're not. For now, let's forget about the other party, how they're playing their role or not. But be so secure in yourself and where you're headed, and own up to the decisions that you are that you're making, because you know where you're going. And it's like what you're saying in terms of being adult and mature about it. And I know we do not put so much weight on relationships, but to a certain extent too, we need to treat relationships as not just something that is just passing or a part of
You need to take
life.
it serious, yeah.
Take it seriously in the sense that you are in it intentionally with an outcome in mind and where you want to be. And if you see that it's not going there where you desire to be, based on what you know about yourself and where you want to head to, then make the decision on those grounds.
Yeah, sure. I feel you. I also hear you speaking about going beyond feelings, and I think that's what we advocate for most of the time. But how realistic is that even?
Yeah.
Because I think for me, obviously there should be a difference between feeling well in my from where I am and infatuation.
Okay.
Because I think feelings is what draws us into a romantic relationship and us wanting to explore that.
Sure.
Because I don't think we can completely divorce that. I have to I feel like I have to feel a particular way, and not feeling in a very light sense. I have to feel a particular way for me to want to even engage in a romantic relationship. And obviously we are not saying that is the thing that should be a driving force. Like you will have a conversation with some people and ask what happened, and says, no, love finished. Lerato li fedile. That our love has just come to a point where it finished. But does love really finish? Maybe that's even a conversation for another day.
I would like you to still put it, maybe the question in the context of dishonesty, so that it doesn't seem like we are deviating from this part. So can you perhaps phrase that in a way that still
within the topic of dishonesty?
Sure.
So basically what I am saying, much as we know that love is beyond what we feel,
sure,
we need to be honest with ourselves with what we are feeling. If it's really you feel drawn to this person for love or for infatuation or for friendship, or sometimes it's just for friendship that end up being something else as you join together, whatever you are feeling at that point. As you engage in this person, for me, I think we need to be honest to that, and even try to define. I think what will safeguard many relationships is to define, be honest in the beginning, to say, I am in this relationship for this, and the other person will decide whether they want to be in this relationship for that.
When I go straight, I'm in this relationship to.
Going
to bed.
Yes, others must be honest. If you say I'm in this relationship to chow, obviously when you are not chowing, you are going to feel like this is not your stuff.
Remember, it reminds me of that song. Remember? You must be
honest with what you want, but obviously on from where we are standing, even though we say all these things, from where we are standing, we advocate for a particular way of being in a relationship. But generally, you need to be honest. Sure. If what you are in there for is not being met, don't communicate. Don't begin to show certain tendencies and stuff. And also be honest in a sense that as I've said in the beginning, sometimes you feel drawn to this person. You want to explore this relationship with this particular person, but somewhere along the line, even if you have agreed that we are dating or we are in a serious relationship, somewhere along the line you realize, maybe I care about you a lot, and that's just it. I don't want to marry you. I don't want to be I just want to be your friend. And you need to come to that realization. Don't begin to cheating, especially when you have someone who loves you so much and you decide to cheat, you betray their trust. It's cruel to do that, because I mean, even going back to the scenario that the story that I've said as in the beginning. Now this lady is not, this gentleman is trying his best, he's showing up, he's doing all the right things.
Sure.
But the more he tries, the more excuses the lady has. But behind that she was hiding that she doesn't want to hurt him, because she can see that he really. But for me, I think that's better if we.
So in the same scenario, how do you envision honesty? How would it have prevented things from playing out the way that they did?
Maybe it wouldn't even have gone as far as it has gone. Maybe the guy wouldn't have made so much effort. I mean,
so you can save money.
Yes, you save money. You save money. You save time. You save yourself from headache and heartache and all of those things. Because, I mean, it's better to tell me 1 week into a relationship than 1 year into it, or even longer, when you have discovered in a very short space of time that I really don't want this. I think people just need to be honest and be adult about this thing.
The interesting thing is I'm still on the fence about this one. Like,
sure.
Like, do you have to be like all the way honest? Like, if you're not feeling this person, tell them that I don't feel you. Because I'm a person who's mindful of other people's feelings. I try to cover, to wrap it in a way that, and if I still have hope that, okay, I don't feel you, but maybe let me keep on. Just maybe something will develop. Yeah.
For me, I think it depends on the point you want to get across to the next person. If your point is to hurt them, you will say that in a very hurtful way. You will say, you know what, I don't feel you. Okay. But if you are mindful of the other person,
when that one comes, sorry, it's about me.
Yeah. So when they then you say, no, I don't feel you. But when if you genuinely care about the other person, you will say, I don't feel like this is working, or I'm getting the same outcome that I was expecting. You see, it's all in how you communicate that. I don't know what do you pluggers think about this one. As Meg has said, there's no black or white, there's gray areas. But also for us, I'm saying respect for humanity, and also respect people as the images of God. A person is an image of God. Sure. Do not violate that. If you feel it's not working, leave. Don't keep on leading a poor sister or brother. Let them fall for you with no intention to catch them. I don't know. You pluggers, please help out. Our audience here are still thinking through this thing. So thank you very much, guys. Meg, you want to sign up?
Let's do this. How do you do it again? Well, from the two of us, featuring the other you pluggers, remain plugged.
Ciao.